The government has been lying to us about China for decades. Now that we've all gotten on Red Note and we can see the lifestyle that all of the Chinese people have, a lot of us Americans are pissed. The price of going out to eat, the price of groceries, public transportation. And the people on Red Note are so flabbergasted that we have to work 2 jobs just to keep our roof over our head. US government, you big time, which is not a surprise because you do it constantly.
Heart is literally breaking for our country.
Hello, welcome to my YouTube space. Of course, I'm the Kenyan Beast and I'm doing it the African way every day, every time. Now, white people out here, some of them are regretting about what happened towards the black people back then. They are regretting the slavery, they are regretting everything. They know. But some of them, they deny responsibilities. Some are saying that we are not the ancestors, we were not there. And which, on the other hand, it's okay. But in today's video, I'm going to share with you the videos of white brothers and sisters, some of them crying out here, regretting how America is, regretting the dream, regretting what they did to black people. That's what I'm going to share with you, and then we'll come back here and talk about it. Watch these videos, and then we'll talk.
So, I look like absolute hell. But I wanted to come on here and say that my heart is literally breaking for our country and for the people in it. I just had to walk out of a restaurant because she stood there trying to tell me that everything happening was the fault of Joe Biden. This person, and I'm not going to name him, this person who talks about God all the time, goes to church regularly, and voted for that thing, and that is what he is. He's not human. And if we want to get biblical, then maybe we are in the end times, because I do believe he and Musk are the Antichrist. They tried to raid an elementary school today in Chicago. ICE, they tried to raid it. Thankfully, the school wouldn't let them come in, but they tried. Those are the children. Those are babies. They also have taken down the government website for reproductive rights. That's great. Let's just go ahead and kill women. What does it matter? Apparently we don't matter. My children are living in a world with fewer rights than I had. This cannot stand the way it is. We have got to stand together in unity and not back someone who would demand an apology and belittle a bishop for saying nothing more than please have mercy on those who need it. I am so upset. What am I supposed to do with my friends and my family who voted for him, who have put us in this position? They're saying they're going to defund the Department of Education. Well, there goes my job. I'm just a lowly little art teacher. You think they're gonna keep art around when it goes back to the States? I work in a little high-poverty rural school. My job won't be there for me. It won't, because that'll be one of the first things they cut when they lose their funding. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a terrible video and I'm ugly crying on it. But we have got to make some changes because this is not my America and he is not my president. This world can't stand the way it is. It can't. So all us little people, we have got to figure it out. We've got to get together and we've got to stand up for what's right. Because it's coming. It's coming. War is coming. And like I said, I can't talk to my best friend right now because I know that's how she voted. She's been my best friend since 1989. And I can't talk to her. And I got up today and I walked right out of that restaurant. Because she could sit there and tell me that this is the work of Democrats. This is not about that. This is about doing what is decent, about doing what is compassionate, about having some humanity in this world. Do we not think that this world is hard enough? It is hard to live, and it just got exponentially worse. So if anybody's got any advice on how to deal with our MAGA friends and family, I don't know that we should just cut ties. I don't know. We're supposed to be kind and compassionate and caring, and that doesn't seem like a very kind and caring thing to do. But I'm at a loss. I won't set foot in the church. I won't. Because most of them sitting there are hypocrites. You're going to sit there and listen to scripture and then be behind kicking all these immigrants out. And, we learned about Ellis Island in elementary school. Jesus said for us to love everyone. This is not how Jesus would act. So if you're calling yourself a Christian, you need to really sit there and evaluate what you're doing in this world. Because this ain't it.
Americans are losing their mind over the fact that China is nothing like they expected it to be. Wait till you guys find out about Russia and the Middle East. Y'all ain't ready. I just can't wait.
I can't stop crying about the public toilets in China. I can't. Every time I go on that app, I cry because it's not that our money is being so heavily invested in war that we can't eat and house ourselves. It's that our government has made a deliberate choice not to invest in us having a decent quality of life. Like having people have to defecate on the streets and then everyone getting mad about it and then blaming the unhoused people for it because we chose to not invest in people. And then also we can't do something as basic and simple as having public toilets. And by the way, these aren't just like stalls of toilets like what we would imagine being here. This is like touchscreen toilet displays showing which is full and empty. Like imagine like the most advanced parking garage in Vegas, but better, with like air controls inside of them. And like we would have the attitude that unhoused people don't deserve that here. We would. I can already hear it. Like they don't need that. And that's the thing I'm realizing. Our government's just been like, they don't need those things. They don't need that. Yeah, we could make a car that's like 20 years further in advancements than the cars here are with the touch screens and all that. But you know what? We would rather develop a weapon that can tear somebody into shreds a lot more efficiently. It's disgusting.
The government has been lying to us about China for decades. Now that we've all gotten on Red Note and we can see the lifestyle that all of the Chinese people have, a lot of us Americans are pissed. The price of going out to eat, the price of groceries, public transportation. And the people on Red Note are so flabbergasted that we have to work 2 jobs just to keep our roof over our head. US government, you big time, which is not a surprise because you do it constantly. Even if TikTok gets banned, I've seen enough. I have been woken up. I grew up fed propaganda that China is evil and that they treat their citizens like shit. I mean, I was raised by MAGA. It's the main reason why I feel so radicalized. American culture, American society is toxic, gross, poisonous. They poison our food. They jack the prices up of everything. We don't get health care. We don't get good public transportation, even though we're all on the same continent. We destroy the planet for money, power, and control. Our government is on the left and on the right. Don't get it twisted. This is a class war, and I will not be giving this fight up. We deserve sovereignty and real freedom.
I just got a call from my work, and they let me know that I was getting laid off today, and so I was laid off from work today, and it's a lot. Like, you know, there's the fires going on in LA. My birthday just happened a few days ago. I thought this was going to be my year, and I just got laid off. I've been at this company for over 6 years, and you know, I don't even know what to do. Obviously, I have to file for unemployment. I'm just like in shock. But here's the biggest thing. A few months ago, I filed a sexual assault investigation at work because something happened. And around like December, they finally finished the investigation. And they really didn't do anything. And, you know, a month later, here I am getting let go. And I just feel like this seems very fishy. And I don't know too much about the law. But if there's any, like, lawyers on here, and if somebody can help me, if I have a case here, let me know. But, yeah, I don't know what to do.
This is what I'm struggling with in America right now in my 20s. Why is everything so expensive? Why am I making more money waitressing than I would make using my college degree? I barely have a life. I have 2 days off and I work Wednesday to Sunday, doubling just to pay my bills. At 22 years old, all of my bills are in my name. I have no help. How are y'all affording housing? In Myrtle Beach, a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,500. Bullshit. How are y'all getting insurance, going to the doctor, getting medicine? And then some of us are trying to be TikTok influencers. Who knows where that's going to get me? Me and my boyfriend are saving, but we barely see each other during the week, and it feels like we're working our asses off for nothing. Do we need to move somewhere for a better job opportunity that we don't know about? Do any of y'all really know what you want to do with your life right now? It is so scary being in America right now. If you can relate to this, if you have any advice, please comment and let me know. It's ridiculous.
We are very, very seriously starting to consider leaving the United States, and I just want to hear from someone who's done it. Where did you go? How did you decide that's where you're going? How did you get a visa? Do all of that? I'm definitely like researching on my own, but like if there was someone I could connect with who's done this before, like I just would love to utilize you as a resource and yeah, if we can help one another, please.
I will never understand why people think a man who couldn't even put his hand on the Bible, who cheated on and divorced 3 wives, who stole so much money from veterans that he's no longer allowed to run a charity, is anointed by God.
Welcome back. Now, welcome back. Now, white people you have seen in this video crying. And there's a lot of things I've seen on the internet, maybe on TikTok. Sometimes makes me laugh, sometimes I'm sad, even it's just mixed reaction. Because my black brothers and sisters, I've seen them saying that the joy of white people is like mocking us. They don't want to see any white person laughing. They don't want to see any white person happy. I don't know why. But for me, I just wish everyone happy.
Controversial take, but I'm seeing a lot of queer white people posting shit like posting themselves being really happy and doing some random shit and being like, yeah, our joy is resistance. And like, in my opinion, white people's joy is not resistance. Like, queer or not, your joy is not resistance. Matter of fact, your joy is what got us here in the first place. Like, your joy is why we're having to resist. And like, y'all putting yourselves and find yourselves and like your own joy in front of everybody else is what got us here.
The joy of white people is not good for black people. And even some of my black brothers are saying that the tears of white people, they are fake. So there is some things I'm seeing on social media here and I'm just like, wow.
White people in this video are crying. They are crying, they are weeping, simply because of the economy. The economy is economizing them, simply because of some are regretting, and even some are regretting not to hear what black people told them, because all along black people have been crying because of these problems that's going on. You are earning maybe the same as black person is earning, and you are being told that the black person is the problem, is your problem, but the rich white people are the problem of all this crisis. Some white people are regretting because they did not hear or they not heard what black people are telling them, simply because black person are being seen like they can't have any idea of what's going on, because we are being seen as we are illiterate. That's how they portray us. And and in this video you see how these white guys are seeing the reality. First of all, TikTok was closed, they went to Red Note, and they found the reality, how China is growing, how the life in China is good. And it was like, wow, they didn't believe. And the dream of America, that America is great and everything, it hit their mind that, oh no, we don't have a country here. If China is ahead of them now, and one of the things that's making China to be ahead of them is because China is no longer in this racism issue, segregation and everything. China are working hard to be the best. Yeah, China every day they are working hard to be the superpower. And that's why each time the Americans are out here portraying how they are superpower, they are forgetting that they are out people here. They are using these black folks very well, because black people anywhere in the world, they are the greatest. They have greatest mind. They have manpower. They can do anything. So some countries, they understand the importance of black people in their countries, and they are working hand in hand with them. But in the USA, they are discriminating people, they have racism, there is no equality, and they will end up saying that black people are the problems of this. But now, white folks are understanding this, and that's why you see them out here crying. But one question is, black people have been crying all along. In 1850s, during slavery, during colonization, during transatlantic slave trade, during even after that, during Jim Crow law, black people have been crying. After that, black people, Latinos, people, they have been out here protesting because of how life is hard. But white people are told, you don't go out, don't protest because they are the problem. You just relax. Even if you are earning $7 a day or $25 per hour, mind you, the people who is telling you that they are earning like 700. Okay? And it is hard to some people in America, in white countries, but they can't cry out because they are superpower. We are white supremacy. So this narrative of white supremacy, it's eating them up every day. You can't go to the street because I don't want them to see I'm crying because of the economy. So they are using you to continue their legacy of white supremacy, but you don't know. Those few who know, they are out here talking the truth, how life is to them. And they saw how China is going on. So, and there are some people who are regretting what they did to the black people. Okay? What I'm trying to say is, all of us are the same. Being a white supremacy, being a white person does not guarantee that you are rich. Of course, black people are rich out here. But nobody talk about them. We only talk about white people. And this will only eat you up as my white brother. You have to come out, speak. We know the problem. If you come out crying, your government will realize, oh no, they are ruining our image. Let's work. So if you have to cry, just come here, cry. Just say it is bad. Because these other countries like China, they are coming out and they are working hard for that.
The white people, the ancestors did some things bad to black people. And that's not enough. We thought that it ended, but even right now, they are still continuing to do that thing. They are still racial, they are still in inequality, they are still oppressing other people. You see, everything that's happening right now from the white people, it's reminding black people of what happened during the time of slavery. And that's why when a white person laughs, some of black people feel like, oh, it's not good for you to laugh, man. You don't need to laugh. When a white person cries, you be like, your tears are fake. But we need to educate our children. We need to educate our children as black people that things that happened back then, and again, we need to educate them about hate. Don't hate, because once we hate, we are just continuing to. We cannot end this thing. White people too need to teach their children about respecting black people, about color and everything, because what the white parents are teaching their children, it's still continuation of what we see. Now, I saw a video here where there's this teacher, I think it's in university. He was asking the students, what do you think of black people? These students were like, they'll go back to their country. They need to go back to their country. He was asked, if everyone have to go back to their country, even you as an American, this is not your country. You need to go back to the caves. He went ahead to teach them about the black folks. And there is a lot of stereotypes towards black people that we need to stop that. And we cannot stop that as black people alone. White people too needs to be there so that they can play their part. Okay? But from these videos, white people are crying, some of them because of the economy that is in America. And black folks has been telling them every day what's happening. Black folks have been out here protesting because of the inequality and everything, but they did not listen because the white or the rich white people had this narrative that these black folks are the problem. So anything that's happening, they are seeing us as black people to be uncivilized. But that's not the issue. The issue is white or rich white people are making up these problems, and at the end of the day, they are saying we are the problem. But at least they are seeing the reality here. And that's why you see them crying out here. I don't know. You tell me what you think in the comment section about these videos. And I think we will talk on the next episode. I'm here with you.